Go ahead.
It's like it's called PDCA basically. In automotive industry we call it. Again, these four. It will be called in four different segments, four different quadrants, and even each quadrant has various tools we do. For example, in planning phase, there will be different kind of tools we use it. It's like upstream planning is there, downstream planning is there. Then planning parameters are there. Even when it go in a do, and there's the next segment, do. There it comes to reviews, what we do, like project review or those kind of things, or milestones. Then check. Check is other major significant segment because it is there. From there you get the data. How you progressing with particular target, because it's all related with a particular common target. So it's nothing but checking check measures are there. Like you would do a statistical analysis, SQA, static quality analysis is there, or you would doing it in a probability analysis. Based on that, if in a case of an automotive industry, you will understand if I say in the case of terminology of a process related, whether your process is under control, we say.
Correct.
Or your process is getting deviated from what is targeted. So that's called check analysis. Then act. It's there you come, the real work data you will interpret and you will say whether, okay, if you are deviating from there, how far you are deviated, and what is the restoration you need to do it.
Correct.
So these are the ones that, as far as PDCA.
Most of these problem solving methodologies are common sense things. Okay, but sometimes we don't think in that particular logical way to come up with.
But how can I differentiate between act and do?
Sure.
Yeah. Act and do.
Yeah.
See, do is that you are reviewing a project. See, when it's like
implementing.
Implementing.
Act is actually correcting it.
Exactly.
Acknowledging your plan.
How far
Once you review it, then you realize that there will be some issues in what you are doing.
Exactly.
And then you have to act on it.
Act on.
Act on the plan.
Yeah.
Act
Or
on the-
Not on the solution, right?
No, based on your review, you'll come up with I need to make some corrections.
Okay.
And that executing those corrections is acting. All right.
Acting, as well as its end result will be how effective was your goal set, and what is the realization with respect to your goal.
Okay, let's look at it. Wendy was here from the engineering test company to test the control panel the other day, right? So you had a plan to build the control panel,
Okay.
which you took action, which is do.
Okay.
So your plan, you do. And your check is your verification of running the test,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And if you didn't get the desired results, you have to make an adjustment.
Okay.
That is the act.
Okay.
Then you go back to the same cycle. Is there anything else that I need to do to plan to do? Then you plan, you do it, and you check it, make sure. You do that twice, it's done, good to go, shipped out. Right?
Yeah, in case of planning, again, when it comes to second iteration part, what is it? We call it as Pokayoka, I mean, foolproofing system. See, for example, if I would say terminology of repeated manufacturing, because I must spend a little bit for me. See, when a problem still persists, you need maybe, in our cases, maybe some unskilled labor does a job and it went wrong. You might be telling him, okay, you have to do in this way, and he might have done in particular. There might be of significant reasons behind it. Maybe his mental condition might be one factor. Like he may not be able to concentrate to that job, or he might have got distorted, or so we have to understand that scenario and capture that, and need to plan accordingly. I mean, that's called Pokayoka.
Pokeyoki is a Japanese word. Thank you for using it. That means poke you in the eye. So when something repeatedly happens, you're going to incorporate a mechanism where you'll be reminded to stop. the same thing is going off again. So there was a check system to make sure it doesn't happen.
Fish one day.
This is a fish